Probably started about a year before I was diagnosed. Got very, very mild symptoms like weight loss, but very mild. Some loose stools that just were going on for a long time. And we just went to go and check out the GP, and obviously we got referred on from there to a gastro team, and they got some tests. And obviously my CRP levels, which is inflammation, were very, very high. And then from there I got something called a colonoscopy, where they basically scope the inside of your bowels to see literally what is going on in there. And then from there they can get an accurate diagnosis. So in January 2020, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. I didn't know anything about it, how it was treated, what it was, how I got it. Obviously all these terms were new, but I just started asking questions online and to the doctors and nurses. I thought I could deal with it myself. I didn't really tell people, just make excuses while I wasn't at school and stuff. But then as things started to get worse and worse, I did turn to social media. Obviously there were so many people out there who were happy, they were living a normal life, and that just gave me that extra confidence to, with this disease and this condition. But then as things started to get worse, and I was in hospital, people did start to wonder what's happening. It's getting quite bad. I was quite scared. I thought it was a punishment. I thought, I don't know what was going to happen next. It was literally the unknown. I didn't know what this surgery would do to me, if I'd be able to play football, even just go out or go swimming. But obviously, as time went on, I started to get worse, and all I wanted to do was just get better. And as things got worse and worse, surgery was the necessary path for me. It gave me a second chance. It gave me the opportunity to be a teenager again, and go out, sit outside, not be in bed or in a hospital bed, and it gave me my life back, a second chance. Because at first there's medications, there's so many medications out there. There's steroids, there's immunosuppressants, because if this disease is immunity, it's when your immune system attacks your own body. I was on just some other medicines. There's so many out there, biologics, which I got intravenous through my arm. And obviously nothing was working, absolutely nothing. And obviously this surgery, it completely removes the disease. Obviously it attacks the colon. If you remove the colon, then the disease is gone. I'm med-free now. But they can take out parts of the colon, all the colon, they can leave bits in, bits out. So with me, I had all the colon removed but the rectum, and that's the end part of the digestive system. And this is because in a year's time, 9 months, 12 months, I can have another operation, which is called a reversal operation. This is an optional operation that I can have. I don't have to have it. Many people choose not to. Obviously it's a big surgery, there's all risks that come with it. And what this surgery is, it's where they basically reform your digestive system again. So they connect where the stoma is, which is the bit they cut off, and they reconnect it to your rectum, which is the end. And they form something called a J-pouch, which in short is like the bag which I have here, but which is inside me. And I have to train myself again to a normal way of going to the toilet. That's the decision for next year. I mean, I'm just happy where I am now. But obviously, I'm still quite young, and obviously it will probably be the next step for me. But that is a decision with the doctors when the time gets nearer, I guess. Day one was definitely hard. The first few days, in fact, I was on so many painkillers and drips everywhere. But as days went on, less and less was being injected into me. I was going from intravenous to oral medicines, and then from there, no medicines. Obviously, the first few days were really painful and tough. But if you just fight through them, and each day from there gets better and better and better. I'm going to start doing sports again, that should be a few months. I've started going out again, started exercising, just taking it step by step, obviously. Started walking again, started eating properly, putting on weight, sleeping again. It's just been much better. I mean, it's my body, saved my life. Who cares what anyone says, if it's negative, positive. Because in the end of the day, it did give me back my life. And I just think about it every day if I have any doubts. But my friends have been really accepting, you can't really see it, it's under my clothes. I look perfectly normal now. And they just get on with life with it. There's a small little passage where you can empty it, probably about 2 to 5 times a day, depending what I eat, what the weather is maybe, how much I'm drinking. So obviously whatever I eat is what goes through. And I change the bag every other day maybe. And it's a pretty quick procedure, 5 minutes at most. Just take it off using an adhesive spray, which is literally just lets it come off easily. And then you clean the skin with some dry wipes, and then put the new bag new bag back on, stick it down, and you're ready to go. Put your clothes on, get out, do what you want. When I was going into the surgery, I did look on social media. I looked at people online. I saw people with stomas and suffering from this condition, and they looked happy. They were dealing with it properly, and that just gave me that extra comfort, not just from the doctors, it gave me that extra comfort from a patient's perspective, that, you know, you can deal with this, you can live your life with it. And that just gave me that extra inspiration and encouragement, you know, to get through this, and it will get better. But also, there's not many people my age online who speak out about this. It's quite embarrassing, but it's not really. And I just thought if I could inspire people like people inspired me, that would just be the most amazing feeling in the world. Because people have been asking me questions like, how do you deal with it? What did it feel like? You know, I'm going into surgery. What was it like? And you just tell them that it's going to be okay. You comfort them. And yeah, it's just really amazing if I can inspire other people like people inspired me. Yeah, people do find it weird that, so obviously I don't go to the toilet normally. It comes out through the bag, and people are quite, because obviously it's different. They're quite curious, quite sceptical about it, and I'm not too bothered if they ask questions, because at the end of the day, it did save my life. If I educate people, that's the best way to raise awareness, and people can accept it if you educate them. Things do get better. I didn't think I was getting better at all. I was stuck in bed, in pain, in hospital, not sleeping, not eating, losing weight, losing blood, absolutely everything. And I thought there was no light at the end of the tunnel. But things do get better. There are so many things out there to treat you. Medications, so many out there. And if not, surgery is out there. And surgery was the medication that worked for me. It can happen to anyone. I mean, it can be genetic, it can be anything. You can't catch it. It's right in your body. And obviously educating people is the way to make people accept these conditions and raising awareness for it. But also to inspire and encourage people, young people especially like me, going through this condition, because it's not the nicest of things to go through. It's quite tough to speak about, but it is a really horrible condition that people should feel normal and comfortable to speak about. Got messages from influencers, range from like million subscribers, but also just friends, even just strangers online. They were all absolutely amazing. Just saying thank you for putting yourself online, inspiring people. Also people just asking questions, people saying that I've got the same thing, and I had no idea they had it. Absolutely no idea, you'd never think. And it's just unbelievable. That's where I looked when I went through with this condition and my surgery. I looked to social media, to Instagram and Facebook, and what I wanted to do was just give back, you know, inspire other people, comfort them going into the surgery. I'm just hoping to just move on with my life now. I mean, this is just a big bump in the road. Obviously, it's still part of me, I've still got to deal with it. But I just want to, you know, do what I want to do. I don't know where I want to be yet, but just study at school, keep going and go out with friends. I wouldn't say be normal, but obviously there's no normal. And just keep moving on with my life, you know, be a normal teenager.